Hey Patrick, okay, good job here. It might be the same beach picture, so I made an action for this. So this is great that you employed actions here. That's amazing. I love it. Technically shows how she didn't go into too much detail about her workflow with duplicating edits across all 50 pictures. Um, okay, so here's what I want to mention about it. I think it's fascinating. I really do. I think you did a great job. I would love to see the base image this came from, but I think it's a really interesting technique. But I do want to say that it's a technique that's probably more for personal interest in really creating a kind of a new art based on the colors of images from pre-existing work. And so therefore, I don't see a real heavy tie of this technique in your upcoming workflow as a professional graphic designer. Do you see what I'm saying? In other words, this is not something that you'll introduce to your daily workflow by any means. And I think that it's really important to be able to use and define and find tutorials that are specifically relevant to that workflow. So I just want you to understand that this is more of a kind of a specialty tutorial and something that kind of creates more of a personal interest in colors of a place than a production technique that would be used on a regular basis. So that said, like I said, I would love to see the base image for this. The tutorial itself I think it's good. I think it's pretty interesting, specifically down here where we start to get into where the origination of these colors. As we can see, the results are quite beautiful and quite interesting. But I just kind of want to make that point. Also, Adobe, if anything, Juliana is a really, really, really talented digital artist as well as a photographer. I know her, and a really, really interesting individual as well. So Adobe Create, can't go wrong with Adobe Create. You can't go wrong. You'll get great technique, great advice, great tutorials all the time. So that's fantastic. All right, great job. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, by the way, I'd like you, if you can post the root image for this, I think it would be great. I think it would be really interesting for other students to be able to see that and make that correlation between the colors that you achieved in this piece and the root image the colors came from. All right, fantastic job, Patrick. Thank you so much for sharing.